Why do people make films? Money, self expression, validation? Yes, but I think there's one more reason. I'm Mahesh, a film buff and an aspiring filmmaker. Today we are discussing a little bit of abstract topic. You must have heard people talk about filmmakers in the sense that introducing you to the, let's say, the world of Bergman. What do they mean by that world is actually there's these different films of that director, different actors, different stories, different themes even, but they still have some emotional thread in them that connects these different films. Though there are also some filmmakers who seek it without any story or plot preoccupations. What do I mean by all that is one more reason why people also make films is that they are documenting their dreams so that they can go back to them instead of just having them as memories. It's like they are building homes which don't exist now or which won't exist in future, because what's more haunting than an abandoned home where you once belonged? Look at Wong for example, particularly in The Mood for Love. It's a film that's marketed, discussed, and even remembered as a story of unrequited love. But if you watch that film again and tries to make sense of every scene in regards of the narrative, it won't. Not every scene will make sense because those are there for what they evoke, not in us but in the director. The film is set in 1970s Hong Kong, a time and space where Wong Kar-wai grew up. It's about a world that have changed now, a time from which he must have had good memories from, like how he used to watch European films in theaters with his mother. So the film, beside being about unrequited love, is also about bringing that lost time back to life and documenting it so one can return to it, that otherwise is just a memory. While something like Chungking Express documents the contemporary 90s Hong Kong that he was living in, and now even that's a valuable document. Wong Kar-wai used themes of loneliness and unrequited love to sort of sell the films and invite others to have a look at his creations. But I am not saying that these themes doesn't matter. They do. But saying that that's why people make films would be very undermining of the medium of cinema itself and what it can do. There are also filmmakers like Bresson, Tarkovsky, Bergman who are not that preoccupied with plots and ideas but are just searching. There's an unrelentless seeking of something in their films. These are filmmakers who believe in the dreamlike state of cinema and have built their own personal landscapes where we are just visitors interpreting their personal dreams from our own similar experiences of life. And all this is not just a part of observation for me. Like, I'm not just looking at this filmmaker and thinking that why it's like that. It's also an introspection for me as a filmmaker. I recently just finished a narrative short, an idea of which is just a guy who realized a joke late. There are three friends. Two make joke on this one guy. He don't understand it and goes through his whole day. In the evening, he realizes the joke. I thought it's a funny and simple concept, but what's actually fascinated me is not this idea of delayed realization. It's the whole day where the guy is going through life. So I wrote scenes where I depicted relaxing village life of young boy waking up, going to farm for work. In the afternoon his friends joining, eating in the shade in those tiffins, taking out water through a bucket and drew from the well, sleeping below those trees. Something I lived, something I wanted to document. That idea just enabled me to do that while giving the whole thing a sense of movement and a reason for others to enter that world. This is what actually made me think about all this. I know it's simple thing, but do people actually make films just to communicate ideas? Because I certainly don't. So that's all for this video. I will see you on the next Sunday, hopefully. This week I'll be shooting this video and I will upload the process of making it on the next week. So see you then. Have a nice day. Bye.